Hey guys, what is going on? It's Goalie Hub here, back with another brand new video, and today I will be doing something very different than what I usually do, as today I will be going through all of my hockey equipment from this past year and showcasing it to you guys. Definitely going to be a different style of video today, but I thought it might be a cool idea just to sort of showcase some of the stuff I have. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So starting out with my hockey bag, I have a CCM Pro Goalie Bag. It is honestly a great bag. It fits all my gear in it nicely, and I can even fit my pads in there, so that's kind of a bonus. So yeah, let's get this thing opened up. There we go, guys. We've got it all opened up. Doesn't smell too great, but that's how it's supposed to be as a hockey player. So first of all, under all my gear, I wear this like wick away athletic work stuff. It honestly works pretty well, keeps the sweat away, and also still lets me be mobile in the net. So yeah. So I wear a Bauer Vapor Jock. It is honestly pretty nice. It's nice and mobile. It doesn't really restrict me at all, and it's nice and protective. Not really too much else to say about it. I can breathe pretty well with it, and yeah, overall pretty good. One of the straps back here is a little bit messed up. That's kind of just from me pulling on it. Maybe a bit too hard, but that's okay. So the next piece of equipment that I wear is just some basic like hockey shorts. They're Bauer shorts. I mostly wear it just to keep my jock in place. It really helps out there because sometimes that previous strap that I mentioned before that was a little broken sometimes comes undone. So this kind of helps it keep it in place. So yeah. So the next piece of equipment I have is my pants, and these are the ones I wore last season. They're McKinney 370 Pro Specs. They're honestly pretty good. I really love the mobility I got with them. They were getting pretty short by the end of the year though. The one thing I would say that I don't like about them is the back padding here. There's really not much in the back padding. So yeah, if you fall on your rear end, it's gonna hurt. But here, I'll show you guys my brand new pads, or not pads, pants. Goalie pants that I'll be wearing next season. So these are the new pants that I will be wearing next season, but they're not really that new. They're Reebok 9Ks. I'm honestly looking forward to wearing these. They seem like a pretty decent pant. I've had them for probably a couple years now, but they've just been too big. Finally grown into them, so yeah, we're gonna give them a test next year. So these are my skates. I have Bauer Vapor X700s. They're honestly pretty good. Let's see if the camera will actually focus here. There we go. Bauer Vapor X700s. I really like how just lightweight these are. They're honestly not too bad, and they weren't super expensive either. The cowlingless skate, which is kind of nice, helps lighten up the skate. Obviously the top here is a bit scuffed from the screws at the bottom of the pads, at least from my understanding. But overall they're a pretty solid skate in my opinion. I believe I wear 6.5s. I don't have that big of a foot, but yeah, overall really solid skate. I found that the edge really grips in the ice really well, especially when pushing in the butterfly. So yeah, overall I'd rate these skates pretty good. I used to have Reeboks, and yeah, cowlingless was definitely a bit of different change from the Reeboks, which had the cowling here, which would come up there on the toe. But yeah, overall a really solid lightweight skate that's not too expensive either. So yeah. Next up are my knee cradles, and these are CCM KP 1.9s. Let's see if this will focus in. There we go. CCM KP 1.9s, honestly pretty solid. You got the plastic protection right here on the knee. You got a bit of a thigh rise sort of bit here. It's rising up the thigh, goes under the pants. It's really solid, honestly. You got the Velcros on the back. Overall, just nice and protective. We got the foams in here, so it's not too hard on your leg. Especially in the knee part with the plastic, there's foam on the inside, so it still feels nice. And yeah, I've worn these for about like 4 seasons now, I think. And I used to not wear these and instead have those stupid thigh flaps that would attach to your leg pads. And yeah, I stopped using those mostly because there was one time I took a shot to the knee as it slipped under like the thigh pad thing. So then I found out about these, got them, and yeah, they've been pretty solid. So my pads, some people would probably consider ancient, but I have the Reebok Revoke 9000s, and they're honestly a decent pad considering the age of them. I'm pretty sure they started coming out in like 2009, around there, so they're over a decade old. I got them used, I think a couple seasons ago now, and honestly I've enjoyed them. Are they the most favorite pad I've ever used? I don't know about that. I used to have a set of Vaughn V5s that I really loved, but they've been pretty solid so far. I mean, a couple knocks against them is their weight. It's a little bit heavy of a pad considering today's pads are much lighter. And on the back, the ridiculous amount of straps. You got 6 leather straps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 2 Velcros on the back. So there's a lot of different straps that probably weigh it down some more. You can see on the outer roll, I have a double brake. That's just how these came, and I don't mind the double brake, to be honest. It gives it a nice little flex here, as you can see. It really flexes down. But they're a pretty flexible pad. On the inner edge here, you got the knee block. It's honestly a pretty solid knee block, and like sliding on the butterfly, even late in the game, it's not terrible. The sliding on these pads isn't terrible. Overall, pretty sick design, not gonna lie. And yeah, for the toe ties, I just use regular laces. I've thought about getting something like pro laces. I've seen stuff like that, or just regular like toe clips or something like that. But yeah, right now I'm just running regular lace. So yeah, there we go. One thing you cannot forget about on these classic pads is the little pocket on the back of the right pad for like an iPod or something. Yeah, shows how old these pads are, but just a funny little thing, because like there's no pads that do that today. There's no way. But yeah, just a little funny thing. So under my chest protector, I wear just a thin little like foam neck guard. It's a Hespeler neck guard. It's, you know, it's alright. It protects against like skate cuts and stuff like that towards the neck. So yeah. Also, it's kind of a requirement in the league I play in, so kind of gotta have one of these. So overall, you know, pretty decent. Got the little bib on it, and yeah. So for my chest protector, I use a Vaughn Vision 9400, and I got it last summer, so I've had it for 1 season now, and it's been pretty good so far. I know it's a few years old because I get most of my stuff used, at least like pads and chest protector and stuff like that. I'll get it used because, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. But yeah, I like this chest protector overall. It's nice and like flexible and mobile, as it should be. You know, it should be broken in since it's quite a few years old now. The centerpiece is pretty good. One knock against it is that I'll still sometimes feel like a stinger come up sort of here, or even down here, or I'll sort of feel the shot. So that's a little bit of a I guess knock against it. But overall, it's pretty good, and you know, that's not really too often that happens. And on the back piece, this back plate can adjust, which is kind of nice. I don't think I actually adjusted it too much when I got it used a year ago. And on the arm piece, we have some straps on the back here, just to help keep it in place with the elbow cuff or whatever, or not cuff, cup, the elbow cup with the wrist strap right here. And overall, it's pretty solid, nice and mobile, and nice and big, and yeah, definitely rate it pretty high. For my helmet, I wear a matte black Bauer Enemy 5. It's overall a pretty solid helmet, and inside we got some solid protective foams. I'm trying to get the light in there, not really working out, but yeah, there's some solid foams in there. The chin cup, also pretty solid. You got the cage. It's like a matte sort of gray, so it's not shiny, which is actually kind of nice. I didn't realize how nice it was until I got it. You got the sweatband up here, pretty solid. Kind of comes down in the cage a bit, which might be a little bit of a knock, but it's not really too major. And I do wear a dangler. It's just a regular Bauer. Where is it? I think the Bauer logo has been wiped off because I used the dangler for so long. But yeah, just a regular dangler on the helmet. And yeah, overall getting a shot to the head, I can feel it, but it overall is a pretty solid helmet for the cost that I got it at. So yeah, definitely going to be in the market for a new helmet, but I'm definitely going to want to stick to Bauer because Bauer helmets are honestly insane. So for my catcher, I have a CCM Premier 2. It's a stock glove. It's a one-piece cuff with a double T. I just find the double T honestly makes the pocket nice and big so I can catch those pucks. As you can see, nice and broken in. I've had it for 2 seasons now. It's Premier 2.9. Overall pretty solid. one knock against the gloves that in the middle here they have the D3 foam, or D30 foam, I believe that's what it's called. And sometimes I'll get a puck in the middle in the crease there, and that'll kind of hurt. But other than that, I don't really feel too many shots. I find it a pretty nice glove. There's a couple, like, as you can see up here, it's been scuffed a little bit, and we've had to put some stuff down for like a couple cuts like this. Camera won't focus here. There you go. Something like that. There's a couple of those on the glove and even on the blocker that I'm going to show you next. But overall, it's a solid. I don't have any like skate lace, netting in here. As I said before, it's a stock glove. So yeah. But overall, what do you guys think of the design, eh? It's pretty solid, I think, honestly, for a stock design that I just found off the shelf. But yeah, I honestly, if I were to get like a CCM Axis glove, because it's sort of similar to the Premier line, it's kind of like a mix between E-Flex and Premier apparently. I'd look into it. I know I've also wanted to try a Bauer Vapor glove, just to see, but overall, pretty solid glove. So, there we go. Actually, one more thing with this glove, actually a couple more things. I noticed it took a bit to break in, once I got it. But I did do the Keeps 33 method with the water inside, where you pour hot water down in the cuff area, on the inside where you put your hand, and I had to do that 2 times. You'll put it out and just close it under, I don't know, like a weight or something for 24 hours. And it worked after the second time a lot better than the first time. But yeah, just wanted to make a note of that. Alright, for my blocker, I have the same thing as my catcher, a CCM Premier 2, Premier 2.9, stock blocker, same graphic as the catcher, so overall, I think the graphic's pretty solid, not gonna lie, it's pretty decent. On the inside wall is pretty solid as well. I've gotten some pucks in there, as you can see, some puck marks, and, you know, it's holding up solid. On the inside, the palm, it's also pretty decent palm. One thing of note is that the material for the palm is starting to come apart a little bit after 2 seasons, but it's not really anything too major. As you can see on the sidewall here, there are a couple of cuts up here, but that's, you know, that's just minor like skate cuts from like scrambles in front of the net or something like that. Overall, pretty solid. The finger blocks, or whatever they're called here, the finger protectors, a little bit scuffed on the corner there, but yeah, they're holding up. This blocker's holding up. Overall, pretty solid. Yeah, not much else to say about it other than the rebounds off it. They're pretty nice. They pop right into the corner, right where I want it, and yeah. So here it is, guys. Here's the CCM Premier 2 Pro stick. I honestly really enjoy it. It's a Crawford curve, which is a P4. So that's what the curve looks like. Obviously the paddle here, it's a 26-inch paddle, and it's holding up pretty well. I've only had it for 1 season, and there's a lot of puck marks on it, but yeah, it's holding up pretty well. I really like how lightweight it is. It's very lightweight, which is awesome. And you should obviously expect that with a pro stick. And I got this for very cheap, as it was somebody else's custom stick that had all the specs that I like, and we got it for pretty cheap. It was like $80 Canadian or something like that, so it was definitely a steal, and it's my favorite stick I've ever used. Funny thing is, I almost forgot to showcase this, as I had everything else recorded and ready. I was about to start editing, and I realized I forgot the sticks, but yeah, here's the stick, and my tape job here, I go the entire blade. If anyone wants to make fun of me for that in the comments, go right ahead. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a like and comment down below what your current setup is and what do you think of my setup. I think it looks pretty solid, not gonna lie. And also, if you're new and you enjoy this type of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to get notified whenever I upload a brand new video just for you guys, as I really appreciate all of the support that you guys give me. And also, while you're at it, why not follow me on Instagram at goalie_hub. There's some extra content on there. And yeah, maybe DM me a picture of your setup on Instagram. So yeah, at goalie_hub. But anyway guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.